everybody, welcome! Just in time for our next pin videos. Come on in, let's go! Hi everybody, Larry here from Fort Worth, Texas. I'm ready to do a special request for some of the viewers out there on some nib comparisons. For one, it's going to be David, what was it, Mr. Announcer?
Fiorini.
David Fiorini. Got your message, David. And I am going to do some comparisons for you and some other folks that have asked on the Jinhao nibs and compare them to some Anderson, Goulet, and Knox nibs for y'all. That's going to be happening in a few. And Mr. Nelson, thank you for the comment. He said, for some strange reason, this is the only way, parentheses, syringe, to fill my pins. But there's nothing wrong with that. If that's the best way for anybody to fill them, or if that's your preference, that's cool. I do that from time to time. Not a single strand, every time, every single time. It's fantastic. You know what? If it works for you, I say, cool, do it. And here's one from Janice. I've heard that sometimes nibs needs to be heat set. Have you ever needed to heat set the nib? When would that be necessary? Are you talking about the ebonite feed to adjust it to the nib? Because I got kind of confused and I really didn't know which way to go with that. But I hope I pointed you in the right direction. I have a video on how to heat set it, which I learned through Brian Goulet. And if you watch his video, he'll show you how to do it. Now, I did that on my Indian pin, which I really like. And it worked well for about a week or two, then it started acting up again. So, it didn't work for me. And let me see what else. Okay. Mr. Daniel K. asked me, Larry, have you considered getting the Pilot Custom 845 Urishi? Is that how you pronounce that, Mr. Announcer? Close enough. He thinks that I have a feeling you might like it. Would love to hear your thoughts. Well, thank you, Mr. Daniel, for the heads up on that Pilot 845. I don't have one, unfortunately. I wish I did. I think they're kind of pricey. Well, what pins aren't pricey? Pilot makes a really excellent pin. I give them that. Who knows? God willing, maybe one day I can afford to get one. But right now, my wish list, I have some others that I need to get to. And if the ship don't sink along the way as I ride the wave, that's one I like to look into. But thanks for mentioning that, Daniel. Appreciate it. And here's a shout out to Troy. He said the Nemos nib is an excellent smooth riding nib. Has a singularity. Okay, yeah. They're a good pin. They're a low end pin, affordable pin, and just a fun pin to use. I have the Nemos, not the Singularity, but the other one, and I don't have it on the table with me, but it's a good pen. So yeah, good nib on it. And here's one from Isaac Fox, and thank you for this one, Isaac. You know, I've learned from other reviewers, as we all learn, when we do a writing example, the Quick Brown Fox. Well, Isaac sent me an alternative I could use. It's called, are you ready? Grab your pen and paper, crayon paper, pencil and paper, because here it is. It's called Pack My Box with 5 dozen liquor jugs. And he said, I wish I could take the credit for it, but he sent me the link, and the link was from, Mr. Announcer?
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. So that's where we got that. But thanks for the feedback and the comments, and thanks to everybody for all these great comments. And as I continue to do my reviews, which I have a lot of fun, I appreciate all the input and comments that I get from you guys. I think one hand washes the other. We all help each other. We take that next step towards man and woman fountain pen destiny. Which way do we go? How do we do this? Which way do we turn? Number 6. So, in a minute we'll get to some nib sampling here. Real quick, some updates on my YouTube channel. I'm at 797 subscribers, 203 away from the 1,000. And hey, when I got on here, I knew, and I'm truly saying this, my love is for fountain pens. I wish I would have explored this back when I was 20, but better late than never, right? So I'm going to be doing this. To me, it's going to be a huge giveaway. No, it's not going to be no $1,000 pen, but I think what I'm putting together, what I can afford, would be a pretty cool box. And let me get the box real quick, what it's going to look like. I'll show you guys. It's going to come in a box after you close the sides down. It's going to come in a box this size. I know that for sure. From my end, I'm going to have this full of goodies, all kind of goodies. It's like trick or treat, Halloween's here. And then I will be calling Anderson Pen Company and paying for a $20 gift certificate from there, and they'll be able to, I guess, they'll email it to the winner. And probably I am going to be getting hold of Heinz on eBay. Is that Win?
WKIFFIN.
Yeah. And I'm going to get that 3 pen case, zip pen case that I absolutely love. And I'll order it from him and send that to the winner. So all that is going to be for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So, like I said, guys, you've been there for me. I wish I could give this package deal to each and every one of you, but unfortunately I can't. But thank you, and thank you for making my trip on these videos just really a great one. If I look kind of offbeat today, forgive me. That pain level is up right now, so I'm kind of struggling, but you know, the show must go on. So I have 2 choices. I can go in my bedroom and lay down and hurt there, or I can have a blast doing what I love to do and hurt here. So the reason why I'm mentioning it, because I've had some comments, some constructive criticism comments, and I thank the people. They're noticing that I was haven't been looking up to par, and they've been sending prayers out. So I appreciate that, guys, for the prayers. So anyway, so what do you say? It's time to get started and do some nib sampling here. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to be using the Rhodia lined paper. And I'm going to start off with the Anderson nibs with the Jinhao 450. And we are going to do, let me find this little jewel. Okay, we're going to start off with the medium nib right here. That's the medium nib for Anderson. I'm going to put it right down there. And then we're going to go with the Anderson broad nib right there. And last but not least, Anderson 1.5 nib. So now let's put those together. That's the broad. Okay. And the medium. You can tell the line variation on that. Alright, so we got that going on. Okay, the Knox nibs, number 6 nibs. Now they're not marked, so you're going to have to figure a way to remember what the nib is. And this is going to be a medium, and I can tell because of the tip of the nib. So this is a medium. And then after I get them all put down, I'm going to put them all in order down here again to show comparisons. And here is the 1.5 down here. Okay. So those are the only two I have of that for right now. So, next, let me go with the Goulet nibs. Be right back. So next are the Goulet nibs. I don't have any fine nibs on the Anderson or the Knox nibs, but I'm just going to put the Goulet fine nib down just to show it. And you can tell the difference between the fine and the medium. And the next one is going to be the Goulet the medium. Then the next Goulet nib is going to be the broad. And then the last one is going to be the 1.5 Goulet nib. All right. Now, I'll be right back, and we're going to be doing the Jinhao nibs. Okay, here are the Jinhao nibs. They're all same size. 750, 450. I have some 159, but it's same size. So I'm not going to bother doing every pin. I'm just going to show you the 750 and 450. They have the same nib. Well, first of all, let me try something over here first. Okay. Here is your 450. Here's your 750. Also the same on the nibs. Same thing. They all say on the nibs, Jinhao 18K GP for gold plated. So, I'll just take a 750 and a 450 just to show you the nibs on them. And I'm just dipping them in. So I am just going to put it right here as a medium. And then here's the 750. And I'm just going to put that right there with it as a medium. All right. Put that up. And then we're going to get started. Let me put this ink up. All right. So, this is all I have. So now, it's the time. I'm going to put the Jinhao. Here's the Jinhao. 750. Right there. And here's the Jinhao. $4.50. Medium nibs. And they're still wet. As you can tell, my finger hit that. So, and they're a decent rider. So let's go with the Anderson nib. Anderson. And that was a medium. And here is a Anderson broad nib. And then here's the Anderson 1.5. And here is a Knox medium. And a Knox 1.5. And then, let's see, this is going to be the Goulet coming up. The Goulet medium. Let me do it over here too, because and here's the Goulet. I'm sorry, that was the fine. I apologize. That's the Goulet fine nib. Here's the Goulet medium. And here's the Goulet broad. And the Goulet 1.5. So what we're going to do now, they're all looking really good on the lines. Now let's break it down. Okay. 1.5. This is the Goulet. Anderson. I need a 1.5 on the Anderson. Okay, this is the Anderson 1.5. Okay. And we need to get the Knox over here. Okay, so there you have it. Anderson. Goulet. Knox. 1.5. Then we're going to do the mediums. All right. And this is going to be the Anderson medium. And the Knox medium. And here is the Knox medium. And then we need to come over here. I need to pick up a Goulet medium right there. And here is a Goulet medium. They're all nice and wet. Now I'm going to run over here and do the Jinhao. Okay, this is the Jinhao. We're going to come down here and we're going to do the medium. And it's running out of ink because I just primed the feed, that's all. So, that's the rundown. Okay, now I'm going to do a writing sample for the pens. And I'm going to use the suggestion from Isaac. So we're going to start off with the Anderson medium. All right, and okay, that's for wetness. Now we're going to do the Goulet medium. That's nice and wet. And then we're going to do the Knox nib. Okay. Nice and wet. And last but not least, the Jinhao. Again, I just dip these in so they might not be as saturated. So that's those four. So we're going to do the broad next. And here is the Anderson broad. And we'll go back to the Quick Brown Fox. And check for wetness. Nice and wet. Alright, and the next one's going to be a Goulet. Broad. For wetness. And lump chicken. So we're going to do next the Anderson 1.5. Like that. Nice and wet. Alright, now we're going to do the Goulet 1.5 nib. Let me try it this way for a minute, up and down as well. Okay, that's sweet. All right, now I'll go ahead and do the Jinhao. And protect my wetness. Wow, that's a nice wet nib. Interesting. So there you have it. That's the rundown. And last but not least, let me go ahead and do the Goulet fine nib since I have it on hand, and this is the only fine nib I have. I don't have a Anderson or a Knox fine, so I'll just use what I have, and this is the Goulet fine nib. And I can say it is a true fine. So, Goulet fine nib. And there you have them. Here they are. I hope this helped to answer those questions that some of you folks sent me. I believe I've covered them all. And that's what I have available. So, that's going to conclude this episode on nibs from the Goulets, the Anderson, Knox, and Jinhao. You saw me explain and name each nib, tell you what size the nib was, and the ink I used for all the pens for the demonstration was the Cross Black ink. All were used on Rhodia lined paper. So, what do you think about the nibs? Do you see a big difference? Or do you see about the same difference? With the exception maybe of the Jinhao nib. Or do you think the Jinhao nib fits in that same pattern as the Anderson, Goulet, and Knox? Do you feel they're all in the same pattern? Or do you feel that they're somewhere different than the others? How do I like the nibs? Actually, I like them all. Which would I prefer? Believe it or not, medium has been my favorite and it still is, but I like the 1.1s, 1.5s, I like those, and the 1.9s stubs. I really get into those now. Broads are really nice. I like the broads I use today very much. I do like especially well the Anderson and the Goulet broad. They were wet, juicy nibs, and for the price, you can't go wrong. Look on their websites, you can check them out, and pick up one or however many you like. And what I enjoy doing is changing out my nibs, but as you see, my Jinhaos are pretty much set with whatever nib I want to use, so I just pick them up and go with it. I don't always fill up my converter with ink. I just dip it in, get that feed nice and saturated, and I may do some writing and some notes with that, because it will last me for a good bit to complete what I need to complete. Well, that's going to do it. Thank you for opening your doors, letting me into your homes. Thank you for supporting Larry's Fountain Pen, and I really appreciate it. Like I said before, I didn't ever think that I would get this many subscribers, this much support, and you guys have come out and really helped me, encouraged me, and supported me every step of the way. And this is why I continue to do my reviews for you guys and for me, because I love messing with my fountain pens. All right, folks, I've said enough for today. I hope you found this interesting. You leave your comments below and tell me what you're interested in. If I can do a review to help you or send you back a answer to your questions, I will surely do so. And if I don't know the answer, I'll let you know either way. Thanks so much. God bless each and every one of you. Be safe and don't text and drive. Later, Bob. Later.